Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you want to see this full face, go ahead and check out my previous video using all Kiko Milano products. Now, let's go ahead and wash this makeup off and put on a brand new face. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mary, and if you've been with us before, welcome back. I'm glad you're back. If you saw by the title, we're doing another brand new face video. I've mentioned it so many times. These are my favorite videos to record, and if this is your first time with us, when we do these brand new face videos, it is taking one brand and one brand at a time and creating a full face with that brand and just kind of getting a first impressions of what we think of that brand and how the products work together. And at the end of the video, we talk about the overall cost of the face that we've created. I don't know, just a kind of a fun little thing to do where you just kind of focus on one brand and create a face. Love doing these. And I'm very excited about the brand that we've got sitting here in front of us. So if you guys think this is a really fun concept, if you guys like makeup related videos, I would love for you guys to like the video, feel free to subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Introduce yourself, talk about makeup, anything. I would love to hear from you guys down below. So let's talk about today's brand. Let me back up a little bit. We are gonna be playing with the brand WINKY LUX. I am beyond excited to play with this. And look at this little like setup that I've got here. The last couple of brand new face videos, I've had these little setups like this just because I purchased a bunch of makeup all at the same time, and I was like, I'm gonna set them up in these cute little baskets. And this one just looks like a gift. Yes, we're playing with WINKY LUX. Everything in here except for the blush is brand new. I have used this blush, and I think I've used it in other videos before, maybe one or two other videos on the channel here. Everything else in here is new, clearly still in the box. I'll take a second here in a little bit to get everything broken down. But I am beyond excited to finally play with more makeup from this brand, and I'm hoping for really good things. So let's pull up the brand's website and just kind of quickly see what the brand is all about. So pulling it up here on their About Us here, there's a little section that says, Welcome to WINKY LUX. And it says, Our winky world is thoughtfully joyful and intentionally extra. We are here to make statements and leave impressions, pushing boundaries on what can and can't be done. And then they talk a little bit about skincare. I'm going to bounce over that because I don't focus too much on skincare currently for the channel. And then they say for makeup, we never tone it down. We tone it up and then tone it up some more because life's too short for boring choices or holding back. And the next part here says, joy is gluten-free. WINKY LUX plastic is natural, thoughtfully sourced, clean, and cruelty-free because we're here about being fabulous, not harmful. And then for us, creating joy is a way of life. Eating cake for breakfast, painting your walls hot pink, rocking metallic glitter, or wearing neon during the day. Pill-shaped lipsticks, bold liner at the office, rhinestones, gummy bears, necklaces, and confetti lip balm. Why not? Your winky world. I thought that last little part was just so cute. And then there's a little section here about the founders. It shows here that they were founded by, I hope I don't mispronounce any of these names, Natalie Mackey and Nate Newman, and it was to bring fun to everyday beauty rituals. They were friends for 17 years, worked in fashion, finance, and e-commerce respectively. The two founders decided that the self-serious beauty business was ready for a happiness overhaul. So in 2015, they set out to create a line of products designed to create joy when you see them. The products are so cute, it says, which, I mean, already from the blush that I've dipped into before, yes, so cute, to use them. And it says, it works, this works. So they're claiming their products work. And then when you throw them away, and it says, plastic neutral, whoop whoop. So cute. They are happiest when nerding out about supply chains, flower patterns, packaging, dogs, WINKY LUX customers. We do have the dog with us. We love dogs here. WINKY LUX customers many of whom have also become friends. Because Winky Lux fans like you, because of Winky fans like you, they never, I know what they're trying to say in this last sentence, I'm just struggling with my brain. Because of Winky fans like you, they get to have their dream jobs. There we go. There we go. Figured it out. Okay, so yes, the biggest things that stand out to me here are, I mean, cute packaging, having fun with the makeup, but overall, even though it's all cute and everything like that, it's cruelty-free, neutral plastics, which is really, really cool. But the products still work. It's not just like a kid's brand where it looks all cute, but it's, you know, sheer coverage or something like that. It's fun with your makeup, but still makeup that works. So that's what we're hoping for. I am beyond excited to start digging into this here. So I'm gonna get everything broken down, set out in front of us here, and then we will get playing with the makeup. All right, we've got it all taken out of the packaging, laid out here in front of us. We have got a total of 14 products that we're working with. We don't have a setting spray or a setting powder, but the foundation is a powder foundation, so hopefully that'll work out. And then for brows, we've actually got 3 products. I purchased their bundle, so when I get to the brows, I'll put that bundle cost and also the breakdown of the other individuals as well. When I put our full face total in at the end, it'll be the breakdown of all of these brow products individually, just so it's, you know what the total value is and it's not like a bundle deal or something like that. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyways, everything's laid out in here in front of us. We've got a full face. I'm super duper excited about it. So we are going to start out on the eyes like we usually do and prep them with the concealer. So the concealer that we picked up is their Peeper Purrfect Under Eye Concealer. Here is what the package looks like. Super cute. It looks like it's gonna come, it's like a squeegee tube. I've got their shade Light 2130C. It is currently available in 10 shades. It does look like the deepest one goes pretty deep. The lightest one, this one that I got is the lightest one. Very light beige. No, I don't think I got the lightest. It still doesn't look super like light ivory on their website. Anyways, comes in 10 shades. We've got their shade Light. They talk about the packaging and everything being really cute. Everything has these fun little patterns, designs. There's like a, I can't tell if it's a cat or a dog. Kitten. It's the Kitten palette. There's cats and stuff all over the eyeshadow. Just a cute little aesthetic. I love it. So a lot of this cute little like designs and stuff on everything. So opening it up, yep, it's got a little squeegee tip on there. Let's squeeze a little bit on our hand here. Hopefully this is a light enough shade. I think it'll work. It says C. I imagine that means cool, but it does look to be kind of like, I don't know, maybe pinky, kind of orangey. It looks a little more warm or neutral maybe to me than cool. There's that. I guess I'm just gonna work off my hand here. I'll blend this out on my eyes that way, and then I'll take a dampened blender here and then blend that out on the eyes. All right, I've got that blended out. I think my sponge that I was using, I can't tell if it was compromised. That's a goofy way to say that, but like there is glitter all over. I can't tell if that's coming from this. I think it's coming from my sponge, which is a bummer because it was the only one that I thought was clean. So I don't think that the glitter bits are coming from this, but I've got that on the eyes here. I would say that's a very light coverage. It's got a glow to it for sure. I'm very distracted by these chunky glitter bits. That's a Mary error. I'm pretty sure my blender has glitter in it for some reason. It says here on the website it's an ultra creamy formula, blends effortlessly into all skin types. It's packed with collagen, hyaluronic acid, vitamin E. Love seeing skincare ingredients in makeup. Love it, love it, love it. Diffuses the look of uneven skin tone, blemishes, and other imperfections without creasing, giving you a brighter and more awake look under the eyes. So we'll definitely have to test that under the eyes here. I do think this shade is a fine shade for me. And it says without creasing as well. So it's a very light base, very sheer coverage for an eye base, but again, also I'm not seeing any creasing happening on the eyes, which is good. Dries down really nicely. There's a slight little bit of tackiness to it. So It's not bad for an eye base here so far. So aside from the not actual glitters in there, which I'm very bummed by. Again, this is my only clean bonder right now that I thought was clean. But there is the eyes set with the concealer. Let's go into the eyeshadow now. They've got a good amount of eyeshadows on their website. They've also got like cream eyeshadows that come in little like skinny containers, individual containers. I got their Cashmere Kitten eyeshadow palette. So here's what the packaging looks like. There's all these cute little kitties all over it. And then when you open it up here, here's what the inside of this one looks like. I'm actually happy that I got this one. I don't have a lot of very like cool toned, focused eyeshadow palettes, I don't think. So I'm really excited about this one. There are 1, 2, 3, it looks to be 4 like true mattes in here. And then 1, 2 slightly shimmery shadows there, and then 3 more metallic looking shadows in there as well. Super duper excited about this. Loving how that's looking here so far. So let's figure out what kind of look we want to create. What direction do we want to go? I think I want to go towards the grays. I think that could be a lot of fun. I'm going to start with this matte shade right at the top there called Breeding, and using my M433, gonna dip my brush in there, coat it, tap off the excess, and we'll start blending this into our crease as our transition shade. Got that transition shade on. I think this is a really pretty transition shade. Blends itself out really, really nicely. It's not looking harsh on the edges or anything like that. Builds up on itself very nicely as well. So far so good just with the one shade. Let's see, I really am interested in going towards the purples and grays here, but I want to just take a little bit of this next deepest brown color here. Matte one at the bottom there called Grumpy. Same brush. I'm gonna try to go somewhat light with this and just deepen things up a little bit on the outer part of the crease a little bit. Now I'm gonna quickly just clean off the brush here that we were using, the M433 brush. I'm going to try still using that same M433 brush, taking this matte kind of gray shade here called Catterday and starting this just a little bit below the crease here and kind of focusing it on the eyelid. Still kind of figuring it out here as we go. Okay, we've got that more gray color applied all over the eyelids. I don't work with a lot of grays very often, so I'm not sure if I'm using these in a good way. I'm like on camera, everything's looking very warm, which was not necessarily in the intention I was going for, but it's kind of nice that even though it looks like a very cool tone palette, you do have these pinks kind of in the center here to warm things up if you'd like to. I think things will turn around. I think things are still gonna look really good, but this gray is just not a color I've ever used before. I want to use more cool tones and stuff like that, but I think the cool mixed with the warm right now, I'm kind of confusing myself, but that's okay. Let's now go into the last matte shade here, this purple one on the other side called Prowl. I'm going to keep using our M433 brush, dipping in on there, and we are going to deepen it up here a little bit on the outer half kind of area. Kind of leave it there for now. We'll probably end up adding a little bit more of that darker purple shade. And now we're going to use our finger and we're going to go into this gray shimmer shade at the top here called Meow Down. So I'm going to grab that with my finger. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a dry feeling or a creamy. It's a little bit more on the soft kind of creamy side, which I like. So let's apply that all over the eye. Yeah, that's a very cool shade. I don't have quite anything like that in my collection currently. Cute. That's a really fun color. I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and grab our brush here again, dipping back into that deepest purple shade called Prowl, and add a little bit more definition back. Okay, that's a lot of fun. I'm liking this. Now let's use our finger here again. I'm going to take this lightest shade here called Holographic Biscuits. Cutest. I don't exactly know what they're trying to say there, but this lightest shimmery shade here. I'm just going to use my finger for now. We'll probably emphasize this again later, but adding this into the inner corner of the eye for a little pop. Oh yeah, it's got like a, ooh, it's got like a pinky shift to it. So I think we're gonna leave the eyeshadows on the top there for now. I do really like it. It came together really, really quick, kind of just a simple transition, depth on the end, then a shimmer kind of metallic in the all over the lid. Very simple, but I do like the colors. Cool tones, not colors that I really have in my collection here, so I do think it looks really, really nice. I'm gonna get the edges cleaned up here in a little bit, but let me just go ahead and swatch the other two metallics that we didn't use. So there's one on the bottom here that's called Insta Famous, this guy right here, and the other one that's called Frisky on the opposite side right there. Here's Insta Famous. Nice, ooh, cute. And then the other one, Frisky. Look at that. Those actually swatch really, really nicely. Ooh, I like those a lot. I mean, just for funsies, let me just swatch the one I used as well. Meow Down, very fun. I like how those swatch. And I mean, the Meow Down one looks really, really nice on the eye. Let's just add what's left on my finger to the eyes. Cute. Next, we will go into the eyeliner. They've got a liquid and a pencil version. I picked up their liquid one. It is their Maximum Control liquid eyeliner, and it comes in classic black. Here is what the packaging looks like. It's got a little ball in there for shaking, and it has, looks to be a felt tip applicator. Let's just a couple little swatches on our hand here. Ooh, very liquidy. Not too bad. It looks like it takes a good minute to dry down. It kind of looks like it's got a kind of a glossy finish to it. I know that's not everybody's favorite, but you can also get some pretty nice lines there, it looks to be. So let's go ahead and apply a little bit of this on the upper lash line. There is that eyeliner applied. I decided not to wing it out here for this one and just kind of let the shadows do their thing. Yeah, it definitely has a little bit of a glossier finish to it. I'm not minding it here right now with this eye look, but again, just kind of want to mention it for people because I know some people really prefer a matte black, which honestly is very, very pretty when it's matte black. It applied really, really nicely, but I did find it just for myself a little difficult to get it nice and thin kind of in the inner part here, so it is a little bit of a thicker line than I was trying to go for, but it still looks really, really nice. Let's curl our lashes here and now go into mascara. Alrighty, lashes are curled. And for mascara, they've got, it looks to be about 3 options on their website for mascaras. The one that we picked up is their ExtravaLash Bold Black Mascara. Here is what it looks like. I like the little eyeballs on the top of it here. It is coated in dog hair. I apologize. I don't know why it's clinging to this product. But here's what it looks like. The thing I'm very excited about is what the applicator looks like. So let's open that up. Boop. Look at that cool little applicator. So it's got smaller, very small bristles near the bottom part of the applicator, and then it kind of rounds out at the top here, which that'll be fun to use. Kind of just get things a little bit more individual that way, I think. So let's see what this mascara intends to do. So it says on here, this bold black mascara defines and curls and lifts lashes for extreme fullness and explosive drama. Those are all words that these little lashes need. So we're holding it to it. We want to see that explosive drama. We want to see that curl. We want to see that lift. We want to see that lift. That's what we're looking for. And it kind of goes into the ingredients here. The Longwear formula won't clump or flake because drama may come and go, but bold lashes are here to stay. Okay, let's put this to the test. Okay. So far, so good with just the one. This is me taking my time to kind of just build up one layer there. Let me try to get in an angle here so you can kind of see these lashes, hopefully. It's bringing the drama. It's coating them really, really nicely. It's hard to see if it's giving much lift here with the thicker eyeliner there, but so far with just one layer here, it's looking really, really nice. We could be onto something good here. I'm gonna do the other eye, I'm gonna put a second layer on, and I'll let you know what I think. Ooh, okay. I haven't done the other eye here yet, but I'm just putting the second layer here on this eye. It is flaking a little bit on the face here. That is one thing to keep in mind. So glad we're doing our eyes here first. But ooh, it brings the drama on the second layer for sure. I know clumpy mascara is not for everybody, but I've said it in a couple of my brand new face videos. These lashes need the drama. They need some sort of attention, and clumpy drama, I don't mind. So that's great. Loving that so far. There is 2 coats on both eyes here. Hopefully you can somewhat see the mascara on my teeny tiny baby lashes. I'm so far, just first impressions, really liking how it's looking here. As I've already said, second layer really brought the drama. They claim to lift, so I'm not seeing them necessarily falling here too much. Maybe slightly falling a little bit, but not as bad as some that I've seen. I'm really liking how it's looking here. Just minor little things. First thing is a little bit of flaking here on the face. Not sure if the camera will pick that up for you guys, but glad we did the eyes here first because there is that flaking that's happening initially here. It claims not to flake, so hopefully when it dries, none of that happens, but just in applying it, a little bit of flaking happening on the eyes here. The round tip on it is a little big and it's a little weird kind of taking that into the inner part here on my small lashes. So, I mean, it wasn't too messy, a little bit more on this side here, but a little bit weird taking that bigger applicator kind of in the inner parts. And then it is a little bit of a scratchy applicator, not something that I mind, but if you are sensitive to that, when you're getting really close to the lash line, you will kind of feel that scraping a little bit. So small little minor things to keep in mind, but formula-wise, so far so good. So let's clean up this flakiness that kind of happened under the eyes here and now get into the face products. Okay, so next up is primer. For primer, we picked up the Whipped Cream Primer. Now, I didn't find this on their website. It always bums me when it's not on the brand site, but it's on Ulta. That always concerns me on if they're no longer going to start creating it or if it's a limited product. I don't know, but it is on Ulta, just not currently on their website. So here's what the packaging looks like. It's so cute and it's so puffy in there. It looks interesting. A little funky looking, but I kind of get it. It's supposed to be like whipped and kind of airy and just kind of squeezed in there is the intention. So I think it's really, really cute. I like the packaging a lot. Has a fluffy application that preps skin for a blurring technology to minimize the appearance of pores. Silky smooth finish every time with this lightweight formula. Use it on its own or layered with foundation. So pore filling, smooth, blurring, light, whipped. All good things. So let's open this up. Feels very dry. It's kind of interesting. Oh, weird. So it looks, I thought it was looking really, really dry at first. I'll try not to have any of this fall. But when you push it, oh, it's squishy. Weird. How do I use this? Do I use my finger? Do I scoop it out with something? I don't even know. I'm gonna use my finger because I don't know any other way right now to do it. So I'm gonna scoop a little bit of it. It's so crumbly almost. And just try and put it on my face. I just kind of want to show you. Look at it, like it's so weird. The texture of it, like it takes a minute for it to like warm up, I guess, and start to blend in. But once as you start working it, it kind of goes very, like not very creamy, but kind of creamy at first. And then it starts to dry down almost like powdery. It does smooth, but like, yeah, like a kind of powdery, and it almost looks to be kind of like a matte finish. I don't know if I've used a product quite like this. Okay, that is all over the face. It is such an interesting experience with that. Pore filling? Yes, absolutely. I am looking pore filled. I am looking blurred. Loving that. It says silky smooth finish. It dries down almost kind of powdery. There still is like a creamy feeling like when I'm rubbing my fingers here together, but it kind of like, it almost feels like it goes to a powder feel, and it kind of leaves the skin, to me at least, looking almost kind of mattified. To me, it almost feels like oil controlling in a way too. I don't know, but that's just kind of the impression that I'm getting from it. It doesn't state any of that on the website, but a little bit mattifying, maybe oil controlling, but blurring and pore filling for sure. And I mean, yeah, just a very interesting experience, cushy but crumbly, so a little messy. Kind of got all over when trying to figure out how the best way to apply it to the face, because when you go to rub it, it kind of just like crumbles. But once as you start working with it, then it kind of creamifies and blends into the face, and very, very interesting. But the face is prepped. We're gonna go into concealer here because it is a powder foundation. So we're gonna do concealer first and then powder foundation. So grabbing our full coverage under eye concealer here again. They did say on the website that this is intended to be brightening. I'm gonna try and just kind of dot it directly onto the face here. Is that weird to do? I don't know. We'll just do one eye at a time. And because my blender is all glitterified, I'm gonna first blend this out with a brush. Yeah, let's just use this guy. This is a Luxie 209 large shader. It can be the true test to find out if it's my blender or if it's the concealer. Definitely the blender. There's no glitter on the lower eye here at all, so that was definitely my blender. But there it is on the one eye here so far. It is a little bit too warm of a shade for me. As we stated on the top, it is a very light coverage. They say full coverage on the bottom. I wouldn't agree with that. I would say very light coverage, very skin-like looking. I can see what they mean by the brightness. It's got some glow to it for sure, but it does not feel heavy under the eyes here at all. It doesn't feel like it will crease. It definitely still could here, but it doesn't feel heavy, so it doesn't feel like it's going to necessarily crease. So I do like that. I'll go ahead and apply some on the other eye here now. There we go. Concealer is on under the eyes here. Now let's go into the powder foundation. So the foundation is called their Diamond-Infused Foundation Powder. Diamond-Infused. Ooh, that sounds fancy. It is a lightweight powder foundation infused with genuine crushed diamonds? What? There's diamonds in here? I don't know what to think about that. That's crazy. Let's see what this intends to do. I hope it's not too glowy. All of the sparkle, none of the shine. Okay? It is infused with genuine crushed diamonds. Yes, seriously. That work to optically diffuse the appearance of imperfections. Diamond powder delivers a natural looking and shine-free finish for the perfect shimmer every single wear. So is it shine-free? Is it shimmery? Is it glittery? I guess we'll have to find out. So I got their shade Light. They currently have 4 shades on the website, which is not a lot. Here is what it looks like when you open it. It does come with a little applicator. I don't know that we'll use that. Maybe, I don't know. Here's what it looks like. It does have a fairly nice looking mirror in there. I do just want to put my finger in here just to see what it feels like. I mean, it doesn't look too drying. It doesn't look too clinging. I guess kind of like a healthy kind of glowy sheen maybe? I don't know. Let's try the applicator. Let's give this little thing a go. It's not the most structured piece of foam, but I don't know. We'll see. Again, I don't want to use that blender. So picking up some of it on this little foam guy. Let's just kind of try packing it on the face here. So I've got it applied on the one side of my face here with the sponge that it comes with. Not sure if you can tell that there's anything on there or not compared to the opposite side. So very, very sheer coverage for sure. I'm not loving it. I'm just gonna say that. I don't think that this is a product for me. Something between the primer and this. It's clinging kind of funny in certain areas and around the nose here. I'll try to get close enough and maybe you can see some of that like clinging that's happening. I don't enjoy that. I don't like that. So I don't love it. I'm gonna put it on the other side of the face here just to keep going. Maybe I'll change my mind in that time. But so far I don't think this is a product for me. All right, that foundation is on. I won't stick on it here too long. Not my favorite. Don't like how it's feeling. Don't like how it's looking. It's very clingy in the center of the face there. It's just not for me, but let's just keep going. We are gonna jump into the brows here next. And I had mentioned at the beginning that I purchased these in a bundle. So I got a gel, a pencil, and a pen, right? Maybe 2 pencils. I will look into that. I will make sure that I guess I'll show you here in a little bit. We'll find out. I think it's 2 pencils. I will open these up in just a second here, but 3 products. We typically just use a brow gel and some sort of brow pencil, sometimes pen, but we're using all 3 of these today, I believe. So I'll put that bundle price down here, but when I do the full total at the end, it'll have the prices of everything individually, and I'll include those individually here as well. But the first product, what do we want to go into first? I'm a bit worried now that I've opened them. They are 2 different pencils, so we'll probably start with the pencils and then set everything down with the brow gel. I think, I don't know, I like to sometimes do it opposite. I don't know which one to start with. They're both very scary. So let's look at this one here first. It's their Uni-Brow Universal Shade Eyebrow, and it's 1 shade because they say it is universal. Multi-toned eyebrow pencil that blends with every brow shade. All right, and so on one side here, we've got a spoolie. We love a spoolie. And on the opposite side, on this universal brow pencil here, it is one of those larger applicators. And this, if you can see, looks very, very, very dark for my blonde hair. Let me just swatch a little bit here and see what's going on. Took a little bit to get that out there. It's a very dry formula, it feels like. So a lot of pushing to get any pigment to really even come out. So hopefully that's not an issue. I guess I see where they're going with universal. It's got some darkness to it. It's got some coolness to it. It almost kind of has a green oliveness to it. So a lot of different swifts here and there, I don't know, that I can see why they're claiming for it to be universal. I am still worried. I mean, worried for it to be too dark, but I guess also at the same time, if it's not even gonna really, if not much is gonna come out when I try to scrub it, then maybe it won't even show up on the eyes. We'll see. So let's try this one here first. We'll comb through the brows and apply this one. Okay, I might have been just a little harsh on it. I kind of see what they're going on with this whole universal, because here's the one that it's on. It does not look that bad. It's honestly filling them in a nice kind of shadowy shade. So again, I see what they're going with here now, so it's not bad so far. So I'm gonna do the other brow here as well. Okay, there's that first brow pencil on. Again, it is actually not looking too bad. But we do have another pencil to put over top that was in this bundle. So let's grab that now. So the next brow pencil that they have also only comes in 1 shade. They call it their Uni-Brow Precision Eyebrow Pencil. It's a multi-toned eyebrow pencil with a precision that blends with every brow shade. Still, which is very interesting to me, also comes with a spoolie on one end, and it is a very smaller applicator. It has that triangle shape, but to me, and maybe it's not, in person, this one looks to be a little bit more gray than the other one. It could just be hard to tell because it's smaller, so I will swatch this on my arm as well. It seems to be the same. It's just a smaller pencil, so if that's the case, I might just kind of quickly go over things. I don't know how much more this will add to the look, so okay, yeah. It's the same thing, just a smaller applicator it appears to be, so probably doesn't look much different here at all, so that's okay. Now the last product is going to be the Clear Brow Gel. And this is their Uni-Brow Eyebrow Gel. Here's what it looks like. It is a clear eyebrow gel with natural texture to hold and shape eyebrows of all shades. Now the thing that looks so interesting about this, it is a silicone type applicator. Hopefully you can see this. It's clear, so I don't know where I should even be for you to be able to see this. There we go, okay. So bristles on one end, and then it's flat on the other end. So I believe the intention is you drop your brow gel all over the floor. And you do one of those transitions. Just kidding. I believe the intention is to coat the brows with the bristly side and then to laminate them down with the flat side. So let's try that. I've done this one here so far. Feels a little heavy, but it is keeping them up and in place. So let's do the other one here now. Alrighty, we've got the brow gel in there. It's really nice. It's not like crunchy or anything like that, which is something that I sometimes like. But this one is definitely keeping the brow hairs lifted and in place really, really nicely. So I do really enjoy that. I did go ahead because it was picking up some of the other product underneath. I wiped it off before I put it back in here. So I do think this might be a product that I use to lift the brow hairs first before going in with my other tinted brow products. But I mean, the brows are looking bold. They're looking good. They're looking lifted. So liking that so far. Let's quickly finish up under the eyes here. Alrighty, the lower lash is complete. Kept it pretty simple with the eyeshadows, but that mascara and its little rounded end is really nice for getting the lower lashes, because you can just kind of, instead of going in like this, you can just kind of go in this way and just kind of boop, 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 all along them, little wiggle, 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 all the way across every little lash, and it actually works really, really well to coat them. So that was really, really nice. So I am loving how the eyes are looking here. Let's go back to the face here and move into some of the very beautiful looking face products. Let's start with the throwing things and almost dropping them on the other side of my desk. Let's start with this little bronzer stick. So this here is called their Bronze Age Bronzing Stick. Looks like on their website they have it in 2 shades, Golden Touch and Sun Goddess. I've got it in the lighter shade of Golden Touch. And when you open it up here, take off this little top. I can't get it to twist. How does it move? I cannot get it to move. I don't know if that is intentional or not. Okay, well, we're gonna use it the best that we can. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know if it's supposed to do that. I didn't see anything on the website about how to get it to move up. So I'm gonna do my best here. Typically, I like to draw these directly on the face. I can try to do that with it like this. They do say you can go on the face directly or, you know, blend a brush into it. So let me just first see. I mean, yeah, I can barely even get anything out of it because I can't get it to move. Kind of like golden, light golden shade. I think I'm gonna have to go in with the brush because I can't move it. They can't tell. It's a little annoying. So this is the Laurice LR375 brush. Just going to move my brush around in there, distribute it on the back of my hand a little bit, start applying it. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. It's actually really, really cute. Very natural golden looking bronzer. It doesn't feel, it honestly, yeah, it doesn't feel too tacky. You can tell that it's a creamy kind of bronzer, but it's not uncomfortable or anything like that. So I like how it looks. It is very natural. It took a little bit of time to get it to build up the way I wanted to. I wish I could see a little bit of it more on the forehead here, but that's okay. I do like how it's kind of golden and sculpting around the cheeks here. So it's cute. Aside from it not pushing up, it looks nice. It is looking really cute here on the face. So next, let's go into blush. And I think I'm just gonna use the same brush here, kind of let everything mix together a little bit. And for blush, we got the Cheeky Rose Cream Blush. If you haven't seen these before, they are adorable. So here is what it looks like. I guess you saw it at the beginning of the video, but the packaging is so fun and so cute. Again, I have had this blush. This is a product I've used several times. It is a cream blush, but it's a harder formula that even though I've used it a good amount of time, you can barely see that there's any wear on it, and it's just so cute and so pretty. I love it. I'm just gonna say that I do enjoy this blush. I do use it quite often, so let's just dip on in. I have the shade Tea Time. Yes, I've got the shade Tea Time, and on their website they currently have 5 different shades. So I'm just gonna use that same Laurice brush, dip on in here, and apply this on the cheeks. Hopefully you can see that blush. It's a little washed out here on camera, but the thing that I like about this so much is that, I don't know why, like I feel like a lot of the products have a little bit of a glow kind of aspect to them, but for this being a creamy blush, it honestly is matte. It's like a nice healthy kind of matte look. So those are usually blushes that I kind of prefer. So I love the finish of it. I love the specific shade of this one in Tea Time, and it just looks so good on the face. Blends so nicely on the face. Love it. So that's a given. You guys can tell. I do enjoy that one. So let's go on to the next face product here. It's going to be the highlighter. And these are fairly newer to their collection if I remember. And it is the Cheeky Rose Highlighter and Luminizer Cream. And if you haven't seen it, it looks just like the blush. It's just this cute little glowy rose. And this one is a new one to me. So this is the rose not touched, not pressed in by a brush or fingers or anything like that. It's so cute. And like I was saying, there's barely any damage. It's not damage, but any wear and tear done to the blush. Hopefully the highlighter is the same thing. I got their shade, I think it only comes in one shade, Champagne. I don't know if I should try going in with like a fluffy brush. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Let's use this Sonia brush. Swivel on in there. Okay, that highlighter is applied. Hopefully you can see it here. It did take a good amount of in there. Really trying to get it to actually go onto the brush here. So it took a minute to get it to show up, but I think you can see it there. It's very simple, very natural looking. There's some shimmer to it for sure, but it's not chunky or anything like that. So definitely cute. Yeah, I like it. It's cute. Packaging for sure is cute. I would say between the highlighter here and the blush, I think the blush performs a little bit better than the highlight, but maybe it just needs to be worked in. I don't know. But there is the face products. Let's go on to the last couple products here, which is going to be the lips. Okay, so the first lip product is going to be the lip liner. It is their waterproof longwear lip liner in Meow. And here is what the packaging looks like. And opening it up here, it is one of those plastic retractable pencils. So let's apply this on the lips here. I think I'm just gonna line. Oftentimes I line and fill, but I think I'm just gonna line this time. Okay. That shade is beautiful. I like that a lot. It's not quite like a Your Lips But Better, but I think, at least for me, it's kind of like a Your Lips But Better, but maybe it's just a little bit more warm, kind of orangey in a way. It's really pretty. I like that a lot. Very pigmented, applied instantly, not uncomfortable on the lips at all. So far so good there. Let's check out the lipstick. And now when we were going through their About Us, they talked about their pill-shaped lips. That was like the first big advertisements were these teeny tiny little Winky Lux pills. We didn't get a pill-shaped one though. Why? I don't know. What was I thinking? I went with their Purrfect Pout lipstick and I got the shade Posh. And they currently have this in 6 shades on their website. So here's the packaging, super cute. And then when you open it, it has a little surprise. It's got a little cat on the front. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That's cute. So let me see, I think the center is supposed to maybe be hydrating or something. Sheer creamy lipstick with a duo kitty core for everyday wear. Sheer kitty. Get the most delicate dose of coverage with our Purrfect Pout lip. Hydrates and delivers a smooth sheer finish. Dual core creates a fun and playful experience. So I think it's the same formula, just two different shades. Supposed to be kind of like a jelly, sheer, hydrating look. So let's try it out. I'm so sad to destroy the little kitty cat face, but it'll be okay. Ooh, yeah, it is creamy. Yes. Oh, oh, oh. That's cute. I like that. Those two worked perfectly. The liner and the lips worked super well together. Wow, that is cute. Ooh, I love how that feels. Let me just, when you blend it out, you really, I mean, there's no difference between the two. Well, I guess if you go on the edge. Yeah, okay, a little bit, but cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, look at those lips. Those are lips. I love how that looks. I love how that feels. That is cute. I'm happy with that if you can't tell. Here is our full face using all WINKY LUX products. There's some hit and misses here, I'm gonna say that. But I would love for you guys to let me know what you're thinking of the look here so far, and now we will get set up to talk about the products individually. So, looking at everything here, I've got it all laid out in front of me here again. We used 14 products on our face to create this full look. We did not have a setting powder, and we did not have a setting spray, but this full face cost came out to be $237. Now, what do we think about that? The experience with the packaging is fun. I do enjoy that part of it, so I kind of understand a little bit of a price going to that. But even though some things were saying like full coverage, especially the foundation and the concealer, it still feels very natural to me. So I kind of have a hard time when I see a price point kind of above that 200, above that 150, honestly, range when you're getting such a natural sheer look. So it is a little high in my opinion, but even still the experience was really, really fun, and there are for sure some products here that I will be saying yes to. So let's start off with the concealer here. The concealer is honestly beautiful. It says full coverage. I disagree with that. It was a very lightweight sheer concealer. Even though we didn't necessarily have like a setting powder or anything to set the face down, the foundation kind of. But I'm not looking cakey, I'm not looking creasy under the eyes here. So I'm gonna say yes to it for now and hang on to this one. Now this is a little bit dark. This one is a little too dark and golden for me. I wanna see if I can use it in other places when it comes to my makeup, and maybe I'll go in stores and see if I can find a lighter shade that will work better. But I did like it. Brightening, I see where they're going with that, glowy. So it's a yes. I'm gonna say yes to that for now. And then we did our eyes, eyeballs. Then we used the Cashmere Kitten palette, this guy right here. I'm also gonna say yes. I do think these shadows performed really, really nicely. I was actually really shocked with the formula or like the feel of these metallics in here. I thought that they'd maybe be dry, but they actually did have a little bit of a creaminess to them, so I did really like that. And I like the cool tones that are in here. I don't have very many cool toned eyeshadow palettes, so happy to be adding that to my collection. Even if you're not a cool girl type of gal, this center shade, there is warm tones here, and also with these metallics on the bottom, that it doesn't necessarily have to be a cool toned look. As you saw with the eyes, it started out very warm and then we added the grays over top. So, I mean, you can go warm, you can go cool, and I do like that about it. So this is a yes. And then we applied the mascara, and yes, this is a yes. I love how my eyelashes are looking. I love the drama. They're looking great. And they're not necessarily falling too much here. They weren't staying lifted initially, but they're not falling anymore, so that's good. I realized I jumped over the eyeliner. We'll come back on that. But the mascara, yes, I'm so excited about that. I'm really happy about it. I like the ball in the front. It was honestly really, really nice and easy to apply a good amount of mascara on the lower lash and it not to look messy. So that was really, really nice. So yes, yes, yes to that. And then the eyeliner. there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. I'm gonna say yes for now, just because there's really not necessarily anything wrong with it. I have a pretty big eyeliner collection, if I'm gonna be honest, so I need to go through those. There's nothing wrong with this one, I guess. It is a little bit more of a glossier finish, which is not everybody's favorite, but the formula is still pretty nice. So I'm gonna say yes, just because I like eyeliners apparently, and I think I will get a little bit more use out of it here. Not a good excuse, I know. Let's go into the face now and into this primer. This one took me on a whirlwind. It's interesting. The texture of it is interesting. The crumbliness of it is interesting. The way it smooths out on the face and makes it feel pore-filled and blurred initially is interesting. And then it kind of dries down and looks sort of matte. It's interesting. I'm gonna say yes for now. I'm worried about how it might work with other foundations. Our powder foundation, I didn't find it played very well with, so I'm a little bit worried about that. But I did like the blurring and the pore filling, and it felt sort of oil controlling in a way. So for those reasons, I want to say yes. I want to try with some other foundations that I enjoy and cross our fingers that they like each other, they work together, and that I can keep it in the collection. So it's gonna be a yes for now. And then we moved into our powder foundation. This is gonna be a no. I'm just not a powder foundation girl. Very, very sheer coverage, so I didn't get a lot of oomph out of it. If I wanted to, I could maybe hold on to it to be as a like pressed powder to put on over top of other foundations maybe, but that's also something I don't do a lot. A lot of my powders that I hang on to are loose powders. I don't have a lot of pressed powders. I just don't use them very often, so it's not a product for me. I didn't like the clinging around the nose. Again, it might not have been working with the primer nicely, and it just didn't give a lot of coverage, so foundation is a no for me. And then we went into the brows here. I'm gonna talk about the gel first. I know it was the last of the products that I used, but I wanna talk about it first. Now the gel, I am going to say yes to. I actually really like how it's looking and how it's feeling on the eyes here. The hairs seem to be staying in place really, really nicely, and I really like the applicator. When I went in with it, I thought the bristly side would be good for combing the product through, and the opposite side would be good for like pressing it down. I think the opposite might work a little better, where you use the other side. A lot of product is on that flat side. Put the product in place with that flat side and then turn it over and comb the product in place from there. It's kind of up to you how you want to do it, but I did enjoy that. But I do think I'll also start using it as a first step instead of a last step. But this is a yes. And now for the brow pencils, they're the same thing. One is an ultra fine, one is a thicker one for quicker application, I would say. Same shade, they're universal shade. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. I was at first like, there's no chance that this is a universal shade, but look at them. They're matching up, you know? They're not looking brown, they're not looking green, they're not looking red. They're looking like brows. Cool. So I like that. I don't need both of these for sure. So I'm gonna say yes to both of them for now to figure out which one I do want to use. I think I'm gonna end up leaning towards the micro one. Those are just the kind of brow products I hang on to usually, but I want to get a little bit more use of it on its own before I make that decision. So yes to both of these for now. We'll see down the road here which one I actually end up hanging on to. Then we jumped back to the face and we went in with this little bronzer stick. Let me see if I can get it to move now. No, I don't understand this. Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me with this, please? I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm missing something, but I liked it. I did like it. I liked how natural of a bronze it provided. It has a beautiful glow. If I can find a way to get this thing twisted or to get the product out of there so I can use it, awesome. That'll be fantastic. I did really enjoy it. I liked how natural this one was. So this is a yes. Then we already know, because this has already been in my collection, our Rosy Cheek blush. Absolutely yes. It's beautiful. I love it. It's cute. and it looks great on the face here, so this is definitely a yes. And for the highlighter, I don't know why you would say no. Like, it's cute. Even if I'm gonna keep it. I like the blush a little bit more, but this is adorable and I'm not getting rid of it. It is very cute, very natural looking on the face here. I will still use it. I do have other highlighters I probably use a little bit more, but it's too cute to say no to, so it's staying in the collection. And then lastly, the lips. The lips might have been my favorite part of the entire thing, so we saved the best for last. So our Meow Waterproof Lip Liner, yes. Yes, it's adorable. It looks great on the lips here. I love the color. It was smooth, great, pigmented. Yes. And to pair with it very nicely was our Putty Pout lipstick. Beautiful. Yes, feels great. Like, it's so cute. So this is also a yes. Very happy with the lips here. And honestly, in general and on camera here, the face doesn't look too bad. I like if my lips look good, if my cheeks look good, and my eyes look good, usually we can work with it. So the face is looking really cute here on camera, mostly just the foundation that gave us a little bit of a struggle, and that is honestly right now the only product we're getting rid of. Everything else we're hanging on to. And so I'm really happy to have some of these products in my collection. I would love to hear from you guys down below what you guys think of Winky Lux. Are there products that you guys enjoy? Are there products that you don't enjoy? Leave some comments down below. That would be fantastic. And if you guys have any other brand recommendations, I would love for you to leave those down below as well. I've got a whole list of brands that I would love to add it to make a future video for you. And that's everything from me. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And if you want to be notified of the next time I post, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be notified. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.